just had to come back, turn around to the Big Muddy. I don't, oh look, it's an old road across there. I mean, you might be able to see, I don't know. I see on the map there's all kinds of rivulets and things, and even here in the end of June I see nothing. I see nothing that would indicate a flowing body of water. And yet supposedly that was you know, when the wagon trains of the late 1860s and early when was the last one? 1870. The Holmes wagon train along the American northern route to the south down that way, wherever my hand is. I can't even see through this thing. Oh yeah, there I am. Nope, right over there. Anyway, down there. They talk about not having any serious trouble crossing the Big Muddy. You know, like it was a river. But up here, looks like there was a crossing there, and then it came up here, and you can kind of see the cut in the bank, and where it went from there, I have no idea. I think there's a mine or a cave or something like that. At one time, I think this was a tourist thing. It's marked on my map. But perhaps the road went around the shoulder somehow and then got up to the top in a different direction. There's a ranch behind the Jeep, and around that corner is a ranch. From up on top you can look down on the extensive buildings and stuff like that. But I'm a little disappointed at seeing garbage here. I guess I shall clean that up. Hopefully it wasn't somebody using it for other things. And I don't know if I have to alter my manuscript. You know, maybe at certain times of years, certain time of year, there is a little bit of a, but definitely not in late July or August when my story takes place. It'd be even drier than this is here, so maybe just for dramatic effect I have to have the wagon sink itself into a bog. Just for the sake of the story, just so that they can all get muddy and have to work as a team and to drag, get the animals through, and then snatch blocks and stuff to unbolt the box of their wagon and drag it across onto dry land. After they carry out all their belongings out, and then winch up again to the undercarriage of the wagon, and they using all their saddle horses and their mules to pull it up out of the mud here, and then reassemble, you know, a whole day and under the blazing sun, and then have to reassemble everything. And then, like I mentioned in another little video, that you can kind of see the trees in there below the highway. I have them go up there and find a bit of a spring where they can, and the grass is good enough for the animals to graze, and they can wash all their gear off and reassemble their wagon train. Of course, a little intrigue, spoiler alert, they're supposed to be the guides for the Northwest Mounted Police. So they're supposed to, they have been tasked to come out front and find the trail for them to follow. And of course, when they look back, there doesn't seem to be anybody following them. So that's why they're not a part of history. But that's part of the intrigue of the story. I'll have to get it published so that you can read it and find out why they're out here on their own, why they're leading the guides, the scouts. They're scouting for the scouts and guiding for the guides. And at the Long Creek, back at where Estevan is now, at Wood End Post, for whatever reasons, I wish I could remember his main Métis guide. I'll think of, maybe I'll have it put in here. convince them to follow the long creek northwest. In my opinion, back to the areas that they personally knew so that they could actually guide. But anyway, that's part of the story. So this here is a intriguing part of my story, and it's a little bit it's a little bit different than I was expecting. I was expecting a big muddy river or creek or crick or something instead of just a wet stain on the in the alkali flats. But anyway, we'll see what else happens. We'll move on and see what else the big muddy area has to offer us. got cut off because this only makes short videos. But anyway, I just wanted to, I suspected, but as we came to the top of the hill here, I think even just over here, too bad I can't, there's no place to stop to show you. There is teepee rings all along the top edge of the coulees down into the valley. There's obvious teepee rings, you can see them. That is cool. As usual, I almost miss these things as I'm flying along. This is a dam, obviously. And the dam is, this is for Cornac. I think it's the Cookson Reservoir in behind. But I think what we're crossing over is the Poplar River. I don't know what's left of it here anyway. This is one of the places where the Boundary Commission set up a station or whatever for, let me just have a quick glance at the chart. It says I don't know what it says. Anyway, warning. Another one of these roads that just goes on and on forever. A beautiful prairie landscape. Road just this is a, I don't know what it is, range road 11 or something or other. I think probably down in that valley off to that side there, not the near valley, but way off is probably North Dakota, Montana, wherever we're north of at the moment. Thought it'd be really neat to show you the road just going on and on and on. Oh, look at this. It looks like an old windmill. Trying to suck water out of the coulee. Up and down Chicken Valley Hills if you could go fast enough. Back on 18, looking for another exit. I'm trying to get to Wood Mountain. I was kind of hoping to do the back roads, but if I end up on pavement, I don't care. See, I may be spending the night there too. I just see this interesting land formation. I don't know if I could use it in the story, or I have a feeling that my characters should already be on the way to Wood Mountain. Oh, okay. Now I've got to put a little jog in the highway going the other way. Okay, it's going that way. Okay. Anyway, these are very, if I had stayed on the road I was on, the road to nowhere, then I would have been probably on the other side of this thing, come up on the highway that runs south from Wood Mountain. I decided to try and find a road. I saw one that probably was pretty cool, but of course I bypassed it, thinking I have there's another one. And cool setting. Creek. I wonder if this is still part of the Poplar Creek system. And now I have to look for this turnoff. So I'm walking up, look, I'm all in shadow. I'm not walking, I'm walking now, but I was driving up here and I thought this has to be put on video. See this beautiful valley behind me? This is supposed to be the Wood Mountains. It's hardly any trees at all, except down in these coulees, but I was coming this way and came over this rise. Oh crap, and there's a vehicle. Is it going the other way? Oh, the other way, anyway. Boy, this is a lot longer walk than I thought. Maybe instead of staying on the road, I'll just go up the side here. And look what opened up. The vista that opened up. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? The clouds all prairie poofy with an infinite ceiling. I don't think I can do much from here to improve the view. Wolf willow. Ooh, and little potentellus. And yeah, potentellus and wolf willows. But look at that. Look at that. Absolutely breathtaking. Somewhere out there is Wood Mountain Post. That's where I'm heading, where the Border Commission, they had to come all the way up here, I guess, to find enough wood and water. And so they built their post up here to supply everything west, down along the 49th parallel, through the drought badlands, all the way to Sweetgrass Hills. But this is, I am speechless. Okay, what we got over there, that's all that's left of Wood Mountain Post. I think there's just one cabin. It's all just a few cabins left. I gather there's an Indian reserve around here now too. But I think the Indian reserve might be over there, but oh, shit. Mountain Post. Are we just supposed to park here or what? Maybe. And read things. Oh, I see. We're just parking here. Okay. Park like that. This is the setting anyway. Oh shit. I hope I just didn't break my emergency brake. Get us outside and have a look around from the parking area. There would have been, you know, warehouses and repair shops and all these here. I gotta shut this off. Park entry required. To purchase park entry online and complete self-registration envelope. What? You have to pay to see a piece of history? You could just walk around here? Oh, the wind isn't going to help here. That looks like Kirchmer right there. But here you can kind of see the setting. Here gophers chirping. Okay, oh I see. They're going to emphasize the Sioux, that the Mounties ended up having to occupy this post after the the Border Commission, because Sitting Bull had crossed the border and was camped nearby, and so they sent the Mounties out here. Walsh, Inspector Walsh came out to manage him. So they seem to be emphasizing that little piece of history more than the actual boundary commission. But well, I guess I only just wanted you to see. There is a hill. I wanted a hill in behind. There's nothing really close to be a hill in behind. Anyway, remember I was just in the previous one, I was video I was telling you about this heart-to-heart talk. I almost should have the remote mic at the breeze, but anyway, about feeling the, no, I don't think I can see it from here. Anyway, here is the hill right behind. Oh, you're almost in my face, sorry. Anyway, this is the hill behind Wood Mountain Post. Down there you can see the lone building all by itself. That was the 1887 building. The post would have been down in the trees there, so where there's a creek winding there, so it would have been no big deal for night walker woman to bring Jillian up on the side of the hill here. Well, the barbed wire and probably a little more grass. With this view, maybe a little better because it might have been near the top of that hill. I guess the question is, how did people survive, especially small groups of people? So often solitary people, or very small groups of people, didn't. They just were in the wrong place at the wrong time, bad circumstances, and if they had relatives back east, nobody ever heard of them again. And I think that's what the thing that plagues Jillian, it's on her mind, is that they're raising children out here, and that at any instant, the parents anyway, could be dead through no fault of their own. So she thinks there has to be something better. But of course, Nightwalker woman, being Nitsitapi, she's used to this. This is the way you live. And she's a warrior woman as well. So she tries to explain that it's even though there's only the three of them, they kind of made a pact earlier in the story as a band of orphans, because none of them have their parents anymore, so they're kind of a troop of orphans amalgamated together into a kind of a close-knit family. And so she tries to explain that in the Nitsitapi way, you have to rely. You can't think of you know, what might happen. What you do your part. You do your task that's assigned to you or that you accept, in order to make sure that something bad doesn't happen. I mean, there's nothing to say it won't happen, but with everybody playing their part, even though there's only 3 characters, sometimes there's more when they have their other friends there. There's, you know, Moreau and his wife, Fox Sitting. Then they're a little more formidable, but at this point in time, abandoned by the Mounties, by Colonel French and his Métis guides, they are all there is. And this is a spot where she attempts to explain that particular truth, and then leaves it up to Jillian to decide what path she's going to take. No spoilers! Spoiler alert! No spoilers!